Howdy folks, how are we doing? Lovely morning this morning. A little bit of a frost and we've got a bit of sort of broken sunshine, which is nice. It's not too cold. I think it's about 5 or 6 degrees now, so lovely morning anyway. Considering it was blowing about 40-50 mile an hour winds yesterday. As you can see, I'm walking pretty well. The ankle is healing up nicely. And I can pretty much walk normally on concrete now, on level ground. Still obviously got to be very careful on uneven ground, all that sort of stuff, but it's coming along well. Got the tree grab on the front of the loader and the little fencing trailer, and we are actually going to go and do the last field that needs to be checked before cows go, before we turn animals out. We go around all the grazing fields before we turn the animals out, do broken posts, tighten the wires up and all that sort of stuff. So we're actually going to do the last one today, fingers crossed, and then we'll all be ready for turning the animals out. Look at this hedge here, always impresses me around this area we're in now, Southill. Don't know who cuts the edges here, but it's like they cut it with an actual hedge, a handheld edge trimmer. It's that precise. And there's actually a hedge on the other side of the village, which is like a privet edge, and obviously it's on the machine, it's a tractor mounted machine, and there's not a single little twig poking up. It is that fine a cut. I mean, it's amazing, really. It's a really fine cut on it. Whether it's one of them twin head, weren't they McConnells, I can't remember, but you can get twin head ones. Whether it's one of them or not, but it's really impressive machine. Right, go on. That's definitely no good for burning. That's rotten as anything. That'll make a nice little habitat for some wildlife, won't it? So just a case of keeping on top of this. This is actually a tree farm here, as you can see. Well, you can't really see that well, but it extends that way. It's probably about 20 acres of grown trees in here of all different types. But yeah, I mean, these are rented fields, just we have them for normally get heifers in here, or calves. Sometimes put calves in here. Hang on, going to plan, is it? So they're not our fences, so you just, you got to do what you got to do just to keep them stock proof. So do tend to get through a good few posts a year, keeping on top of it. It's a lovely day. I'll take my coat off in a minute. It's that warm. I'll stick a nail through there. I'll attempt to anyway. Just to help hold it. There we go, that's better. On to the next one. Now MUCK run me up the other day. Well, he showed me a comment actually on one of his videos. Someone said, "MUCK, did you know George has been buying subs?" So he sent me it like, I just started, I said, really? And yeah, if you look on Social Blade, I think it was in sort of past 12, it was roughly last summer. Social Blade shows that basically sort of every, I think it was every 2 weeks or it was every 3 weeks or something, there was 1,000 sub spike. And that's it. For this period there was nothing else. There was no organic subs or anything like that. Just 1,000 subs bought by me, which I didn't even really know. I mean, I'm not a clue how you buy subs. But yeah, this Social Blade, which is completely bloody inaccurate. I'll show you on the screen now. There'll be a picture of my analytics on Social Blade and my actual YouTube creator analytics, which are accurate. And you'll see that I've not been buying subs. And I think this is actually after I'd hit 100,000 subs anyway. So why am I going to buy subs after I've already hit 100,000 subscribers? And I've always maintained that subs are irrelevant anyway. Doesn't matter how many, you could have 1,000 subs, wouldn't make no difference to anyone that's got 1 million subs. It's how many views you get. Yeah. So another stable to put in. So yeah, so that it just annoyed me that, you know, that Social Blade shows this, and it sort of, anyone looking from the outside would assume yeah, like 1,000 subs every 2 weeks or whatever, he must be buying them, but that's not the case. Oh, well, that's all the fencing done. Just want some more weather like this really, so we can, you know, get the cows out. Nothing's been out yet, not the dairy cow, you know, not the milkers, nothing. We were going to put them out nearly 2 weeks ago now, but then we had all that lovely weather, didn't we? And then it come cold, wet, windy, and yeah, there was no point putting them out. So well, at least we're ready now, and just on the way home, and I'll come to just push this massive, I haven't seen it for ages. Oh, muck heap up, it's massive. Well, one of the muck heaps anyway, like. So we're going to push this up. Yeah, let's crack on. There we tip a lot of our separated muck as well, you know, the stuff that goes through the separator. So it's quite, you know, although it's, you know, it's solid muck, it's still quite wet muck. You know, it gets mixed in with you know, standard yard muck, you know, strawy stuff, but this is still quite, you know, although it's been, like I say, although it's been through the separator and water removed from it, it's still quite wet stuff. Look at the flies. Hence why it doesn't really stand up very well either, lot. You know, if this was just a you know, a standard farmyard muck heap like, you'd be able to stand it up, but as soon as you stand it up, stand this stuff up, it you know, it slumps again, lot. It's a nice load of strawy bit to push up. is 1,000 times easier to push up than the slattery stuff. A lot easier. Now, a question I've got for some of you out there is, have any of you got experience of running like Michelin biblow tyres on a telehandler that does, you know, similar to what this one does, you know, sort of bits of, no, mainly yard work, but then again, sort of most loaders are yard work, but then you need, you know, you need the traction for jobs like this. Are bibloads any good for jobs like this, you know? Do you just sit there and spin all together, or do you have a bit of traction? Because these tyres, what are they, Michelin XMCLs, they are coming to the end of their life. They're not worn out yet, but you know, it's a question that always gets asked, but you know, it's one of the things, do you ever risk taking the plunge, you know, buying a set of tyres that, you know, actually, you know, they're no sort of, you know, they're not any good for this sort of job at all. So, have any of you got any experience of running a telehandler or, you know, anything similar on bibloads, or any sort of hard surface tyre, or sort of mixed tyre is what they are really, aren't they? Or a road bias tyre. Are they any good? You know, obviously you get the, you know, the much longer, you know, lifespan of them. But is that offset by the fact that you can't, you know, they're not really a lot of cop for this job? I mean, these Michelins are fairly well worn, but I've still got, you know, plenty of traction, even in that sort of wet sloppy bit we've been in at the start. So go on, girl. Oh, I think we are somewhere about there. Not going to get too much more, I don't think. You can see the difference, look, I mean, see how high I've got the strawy side, see how low I've got the sluddery side. But I think that is about as good as we're going to get. We'll shake this bucket off. We'll just have a quick look out the wing. Oh. This is looking pretty good, isn't it? So in this past couple of weeks it's been checked back by you know, some real cold weather. Yeah, it's looking alright. We've got the odd weed in it yet, but we've got to get through here and spray it all anyway, so they'll be dealt with when we do that. So yeah, looking good. Right, time to head back to the yard. Well, I've just picked fodger and paper scoop down there. Yep, just picked them up on my way past the house, and cause it's dinner time now. 6 minutes past 1, so we'll take these for a quick wander, splosh a dosh, and then we'll go and get some tea, some dinner. Well, when I said walk, I actually meant sort of hang around, do a bit of meandering, because Penny is like the slowest dog in the world. There's the ridge where we've just come from. That took us about at least 5 minutes to get from the bridge there to here. I mean, Flo, she would be miles ahead, but Penny, she has to stop at every single blade of grass, sniff it, see who's been passed, then probably have a wee on it. Yeah, she is slow, ain't she, Fodge? But you know, I can't really blame her. She's 15 and a half years old now, and just recently she's developed a like a hacking cough. Anyway, it's a result of a dicky ticker. She's got heart problems, so she's on tablets now, but she's still a fit little dog, ain't you, Penny? Poop scoop. Yes, Penny Poop. But she gets in the wrong, like when she lays down, she lays in a ball and that, it sets her off coughing. She's sort of like, you know, she can't clear her. You know when you get a mucousy cough, when you got a cold? It's like that, and you can never clear your cough. It's like that for the poor old thing. There you go, she's all the way over there. She'll get lost now, she won't know where we are. But, you know, wouldn't be without them. Come on, Poop. She's still got spring in her step. Ain't you, Poop? But, it's getting to that time, you know, when you sort of know, you know, the end is sort of, you know, near lot. And, you know, she's coughing now. All right, Poop. Poor thing. It does make you, well, makes me ever so sad, you know. I can't imagine a life without a lot. Such a little character. Flo! Oh, Flo. Come here. Yeah, Flo, you bloody retard. Penny, don't you do it. No, Penny. Jesus H. Christ. Fucking hell. Really? We had the boys here pumping up top field a few days ago. This is where one of the pipes, one of the connections was, so there's a bit of a puddle there. Of course the dogs, let's plough straight through that so our paws absolutely stink. Oh dear. Never mind, anyway. Oh, carry on with this walk, then it'll be a bath time, I think. Oh, so I'm just filling up the wagon now for the morning. A busy afternoon again. Richard's gone off spraying the beans. It's good spraying day. So yeah, it's all go really, all go. There's LTW, she's just sat there waiting patiently for me to show her some love. She does need a little bit of love. The old fast track's been receiving all of it. Well, then you've got the Belarus as well. Belarus has received absolutely no love whatsoever. But we'll get there. Time is one of them things there's never enough of, is there? Now I've been filming the odd bits and bobs on the front linkage over the past week, and well, today's Friday, and so that means tomorrow is Saturday, and weather dependent, I aim on basically putting the all the front linkage together and hopefully testing it. So hopefully you should see that video next week at some point. And of course, as soon as I've tested it, make sure everything works alright as it should, then it's a case of have it off again, and then get it sprayed up. Then it can go back on and stay on. So yeah, looking forward to that. So that's what I aim to do tomorrow. Like I say, weather dependent and all that. Shouldn't take too long really. So. What else is going on? Don't forget to check out my other channel, Saunders Farms, where I'm doing a bit of farming on Farming Simulator 22. Yeah, a bit of a crack on there, have a good crack. I sort of pretend it's real life and that, and pretty much do the same as what I do on this channel, just on just virtually. So check that out, you might like it, you never know. Don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. And that is that. Yeah, that's that full. Right, just heading home for my tea. Had a long old day. Done quite a bit of work, haven't we? But anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on the next one. Ta-ta!